Hi everyone and welcome back to the Sweetie Nail Supply channel. For this video, we will be talking about everything related to 3D sculpting gels, also commonly referred to as 3D clay. 3D clay is a type of gel product that is of a very stiff consistency. You are able to mold and sculpt it to achieve intricate 3D shapes. There are many brands of 3D gel clays, but today we will discuss three which we offer on our website: Neri, Yogo Mayo, and Kumi gels from Gel and Gel. Each have different consistencies and different recommended uses. We'll start with Yogo Mayo, who offers a few different clay options as part of their jam line. These clays have a slightly softer consistency, so they do self-level slightly. They have a stretch to them when uncured, and they also do not cure fully hard to the touch. Rather, they have a slight bounce to them due to the formula. They're perfect for more rounded or abstract shapes where you aren't trying to achieve a lot of texture or sharp edges. The Gumi gels from Gel and Gel are a bit thicker in consistency, but they do still have a stretchiness to them when uncured. These do cure solid though and can be filed to shape. Since they have a slightly stiffer viscosity, they can be used for more intricate shapes, including those with edges or texture. Gel and Gel offers a wide selection of colors across their clay line. Last is Neri, who offers both her classic line of clays and a few Korean style clays in jelly colors and a milky white. Her classic line are the stiffest clays available on our website, letting you achieve incredibly defined shapes and small details. They do not have a stretch to them, rather they are true clay texture and they do cure solid. Our Korean style clays and jelly line do cure completely hard as well, but they have more of that stretchy consistency, similar to the Gumi or the Yogo Mayo clays. Now that you know the differences between each type of clay, let's talk about the tools we recommend using for sculpting. First, it is recommended that you wear nitrile gloves while sculpting to avoid contact with uncured gel products and your bare skin. Metal tools like these spatulas here from Dayami or Jello can be good for scooping out the clay. We recommend working on an acrylic, silicone, or a disposable palette when molding the clay, and silicone tools like this one here from Blon are perfect for the actual sculpting and refining the shape. Some clays are going to be stickier than others, so you want to have a slip solution like isopropyl alcohol available. Just dip your tools in the alcohol before handling the clay and it shouldn't stick as you mold it. Since we've addressed the basics, now let's sculpt some beginner-friendly designs. Starting with the classic 3D flowers. To achieve delicate-looking petals that are still sturdy enough to withstand wear, we're going to use the Gumi clays that have a stiff texture and cure solid. For a 5-petal flower, you want to start with 5 balls of clay in roughly the same size. You can separate your clay into even pieces by rolling it into a log first, then dividing it into 5 with a spatula. This just helps ensure that your petals are all about the same size. Then to create each petal, start by placing the ball of clay on the nail, flatten it slightly, and then use the cone side of the silicone tool to create a divot in the center. Don't forget to wet your tools with your isopropyl alcohol to keep the clay from sticking. Refine the petal even more by pulling and stretching the clay into a point, and then fully cure this petal before moving on to the next. A tip for ensuring you have room for all of your petals: skip the next petal and go straight to one of the bottom petals to create kind of a triangular shape. This just helps make sure that your petals are evenly dispersed, and don't forget to cure in between. Now with this clay, because it is of such a stiff texture, you can sculpt things off of the nail and then place it on the nail. Since it cures hard, you can create a lot of motion and movement with your sculptures, so this petal will be sticking off slightly from the nail itself. Once you cure it though, it's rock solid, so it won't be going anywhere and is sturdy enough to withstand daily wear. Finish off the flower by top coating it and adding a few little caviar beads to the center, and that is our flower finished. Now because the Kumi gels have that slightly stiffer texture but still have the stretch to them, they're also perfect for these sorts of abstract swirl designs. You can simply roll out the clay, place it on the nail in whatever shape you would like, top coat it, and you have a really easy abstract 3D design. Speaking of abstract designs, let's look at how we can embed some charms into clay using Yogo Mayo's Ginger Jam. This is a really pretty pearlescent clay. It is on the slightly softer side, so it's going to be more stretchy, have more self-leveling, and just be a little bit stickier to work with. So we're starting by placing a good amount on one side of the nail. Then make sure you wet your sculpting tools with your slip solution and press that clay into place. We're going for a very organic, abstract shape here. When you're happy with the overall shape, start pressing your charms into the uncured clay. That gel will act as a glue, so there's no need to add any additional rhinestone glue. This creates a really cool embedded look, and when you're happy with your charms, redefine the shape as it may have self-leveled slightly when you're replacing the charms. Give that a full cure, top coat it, and then this look is done as well. The irregular surface of that abstract shape we created really brings out the pearlescent shimmers in the ginger jam clay, but really any 3D clay will be suitable for this technique. And for our last design today, we'll be showcasing Chrysania's classic clays and using their unique texture to create a fluffy teddy bear charm. If you saw our last video on embo gels, we made a simplified version of a teddy bear, but the Chris clays will allow us to create a more realistic version because of their stiffness. You want to start by kneading the clay using your fingers. Reminder to please wear gloves when working with uncured gel. The warmth from your hands will just help soften the clay a bit and make it easier to shape. Begin with a simple oval for the head and press it into place on the nail. As with the embo gels, just make sure you're not using too thick of a layer that won't cure all the way through. Before curing though, use any tool that is pointed like this spatula from Dayami and start poking into the clay. This will create the illusion of a fluffy texture. Once you're happy, cure that in your nail lamp and repeat for each ear. Start with small balls of clay and pat them both into place. Then, like the petals from our flower, we're going to use the cone side of that silicone tool just to hollow out the center to create the ear shape. Go in with your tool to create that textured surface, and then add that smaller oval for the snout, doing the same thing before curing the whole charm. Once it's cured, you can paint on your facial details, and then top everything with a matte top coat. For the matte top coat, in order to retain the texture, it can be helpful to use a sponge just to dab away some of the extra matte top coat. That way you still get that fluffy look once everything is cured. This textured effect is only possible because the clay holds its shape so well and does not self-level at all. That brings us to the end of today's tutorial. We hope this video has been helpful when it comes to understanding the different types of 3D clays available and what sorts of looks you can achieve with them. Clays are such a fun medium that opens doors to so many different designs, and we'd love to see what you all are creating with them. You can check out what options we have available on our website by navigating to the 3D gel section under special effects gels. But as always, everything we used in the video today will be linked below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for our next tutorial.